welcome to the channel. It's Sunday. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I thought I'd come up and get out and walk around a little bit and get a little bit of exercise and kind of tell you a little bit about some of the things that have been going on here the last week. Just crazy stuff. I was a cop for 23 years, and this lady that has just popped onto the radar screen of the Royal Thai Police for they suspect her of killing people with cyanide, and it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'll go into that story a little bit. It's just so involved. I'll leave a link in the description so you can read it, because right now it started out with just one victim, and it looks like right now it's up around probably 20, and they really don't know how many victims they're going to find that this woman has allegedly had contact with, that these people have expired. But it's really strange. But and then there was another case up here about a tourist that tried to burn a hotel down. I'll tell you all about that. But I'll turn the camera around so you can see where we're at. We're going to start out here, and I'll walk through Taipei Gate. All the bike cyclists are out today, so we'll see how many people are out riding bikes. In the afternoon, it gets terribly hot. Lek and I came up yesterday and ate up here, and coming back the car showed like 48 Celsius, which is really hot. You know, you can't get out and walk in it. You just break out in a complete sweat, and it's just miserable. So, you know, it is what it is. Usually, you know, if you're coming here, you want a vacation, you need to get out before 10 o'clock in the morning. And then, you know, after 5:30, 6 o'clock, then it starts cooling off a little bit. It's not too bad. But between like 10, 11, and 5, you're going to have some really hot air. And the air quality has not changed. It's gotten a little bit better, but nowhere near where it should be. This is the longest that I have ever seen the bad air to stick around in the 13 years that I've lived here. But anyway, back to this lady. Apparently, she had been married to a high-ranking police officer, and how this all kind of came to light, like I said, I can't go into all the details. It's just so in depth, but I will leave a link to the article where you can read piece by piece what's going on. And they keep adding to the story, so it's really crazy. But she's 34 years old, and like I said, she had been married to a high-ranking police officer, and she had split up with him and had hooked up with another guy, and she's 4 months pregnant, and they're kind of unclear who the actual father is. They're trying to do a DNA test, but the minute that she got picked up, she just shut up. She didn't talk. She didn't give a statement. Everything that's being heard is being heard through her attorney. But it turns out that she married another guy, and he mysteriously died. It's crazy. But the way that they got her and hooked up on her was she had invited a friend to go make merit, and she had told the lady, don't tell anybody you're going with me. But I'm okay. Everybody's enjoying these pigeons. But so anyway, she picks the lady up, and they go out and get something to eat. And she drives her out to a place on the river where they're going to make merit, and she walks her down to the river. And like I said, I'm just going by what I remember reading. She leaves the lady. She walks away from her, and the lady collapses and just kind of falls over. She's seen on video going back and getting her cell phone and apparently some valuables that she had, and then she just takes off. And apparently she had scoped the area out a few days beforehand, and there wasn't any CCTV there. Well, by the time that this actually happened, there turned out that there was CCTV, and they had her on video. But anyway, they snatched her up, and they confiscated her car when they found cyanide in the vehicle that she had. And also they found the antidote for cyanide poisoning. So, you know, it's just amazing. But read the article. She is probably going to surpass the serpent in the number of victims that she's dealt with. And they had the main cop, the guy they call Big Joke, who I have a lot of respect for. He's really a good, honest cop. He's come in and started handling the case. And they've had a lot of people come forward now and say, you know, she was friends with my sister or my brother or whatever, you know, years ago. And, you know, my brother died mysteriously. We never figured out, you know. A lot of people have come forward and they're investigating it. And apparently what she would do is after the person died, she'd go back to the family and say, hey, you know, your family member owed me a bunch of money. You know, you need to pay up. And sometimes they'd pay, sometimes they wouldn't. But it's going to be a mess before it all sorts out. I don't foresee her getting out of prison for a long time. What he's looking at. We came by here yesterday, and the new fad here is to go and rent Thai clothing and then come back up to Tap A Gate and have your picture taken. There are a lot of people doing that here yesterday. All the cyclists lining up getting their pictures taken. The other thing that happened here, this happened about a week and a half ago. A tourist had checked into one of the hotels over by the train station. And apparently he got into a argument with the night clerk there at the hotel. And instead of being, you know, just a good person and going back up and going to sleep, he goes back up to his room and sets the second floor of the hotel on fire and runs out, and the clerk happens to see it. And you know, there's still people up on the second floor trapped. They ended up catching him. And apparently he's got some kind of mental disorder or something like that. And I don't see how, you know, people like that get in the country. Leafers, cannabis. But they managed to get in, and, you know, something happens, and pretty unfortunate. During Songkran, this area was just packed. I didn't come up, but I watched the videos and saw the people all having a good time, and I think they had some old cars up here at Tape Amora, but pretty interesting. This lady doesn't want her picture taken, so I'm not going to take it. But other than that, you know, it's pretty good. My health condition right now, I'm in pretty good shape. I mean, I feel good. My chemotherapy is done. I met with with my urologist yesterday, and they set my surgery up for May 16th. And I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but you know, it puts me closer to an end to this mess. And you know, the doctor was real optimistic. He said, you know, things should go fairly smooth and shouldn't be any hiccups. So, you know, we're gonna just go with the flow and hope everything turns out all right. Yeah, a lot of people out moving around. School is just now, I think they're just now getting back in session. But like I said, today's Sunday, so they won't be here, but I think Monday the school will be back open. They had this place lined up with old antique trucks during summertime, because I saw pictures of it. They had some pretty neat stuff. They have facelifted this building considerably, which is good. A lot of people here now. And, you know, everybody's kind of hanging in early this morning, and so there's not that many people out. But, you know, around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, people will be out walking around getting in this heat. Me, I will be home in my air conditioning, editing a video. We'll walk up here to the corner. So many weed shops up here right now. It's really, I think they said there was something like 14,000 in the country now. Over 14,000 places where you can buy weed. And there's really no regulation. I mean, left their stuff here. Looks like they did a COVID test and had a coconut and took their mask off and left it here. Interesting. Papu Pizza. Huh, I've never tried that. That place over there has been so many different things that it's hard to tell. I might have to come up here and try the pizza sometime. I foresee, you know, I'll go in on the 16th, and they're going to do the surgery on the 17th, and I foresee I'm going to be probably in the hospital for at least 7 days. I'm expecting probably 2 months to recuperate. I don't think I'll be out walking, you know, making videos anytime soon, but I'll try to do a few live streams and, you know, let y'all know that I'm hanging in there and I'm doing okay. But it may be a few months before I'm up here walking around and hitting the streets again. And again, like I said, I feel fine. I mean, I have no pain, no you know, no symptoms or anything really. You know, I think the only symptoms I have are the ones that are in my head, and you know, I'm trying to work through that, you know, in my own way. But it's no fun, that's for sure. No fun. Amigos. well, I'm gonna make it back to the car, and I think I'll go get something to eat, and then I'll go home and get out of this mess. Appreciate y'all stopping in, appreciate everybody who's bought coffee or left super thanks or super chat. I really appreciate that, and it does help out, and you know, we're gonna keep pushing on, and I'm not going anywhere. The channel will stay, and you know, after I get out of surgery and I'm able to get out walking, I'm gonna go back to doing the same thing I did before, telling stories. I've got some good stories, but you know, unless you're really, really pumped up and motivated, it's kind of hard to tell them. But I've got some good stories lined up, so when, you know, when the timing is right and I feel good, then I'll get back up here walking around and tell y'all some good stories. But anyway, I appreciate every one of you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.